Welcome to Geography. Professor Kukral here. You know, geography, what is it about? It's about exploration, really. And it doesn't have to be global exploration. It can be right in your own backyard, right? That's where you start. But really, geography is about exploring the earth, learning about it, having a curiosity about places, about things, about everything around you, and learning that places are different, places matter, locations important, learning about the climate and the terrain and the landforms, urbanization, people, population, movements, just about everything else. Now, I think you ought to come on a bit of exploring with me today. I'm up here at the North Pacific, and I'm up on this bluff, and I've always wanted to get down to the beach here, and I never really found a way. And I think here's a path that looks like they fixed it up a little bit again, but here's a way down to the coast, and I think I'm going to try to get down to this beach. So you probably want to come with me a little bit down here, and we'll see what we can find. We're up here, talk about a little bit later. Anyways, welcome to Geography. All right, there's some steps here, so let's take these. Looks like a good plan, don't you think? Oh, which way should we go? I don't know. Let's try this way. Looks like people don't use it as much. Wow, what's this? Oh man, guess I can walk out here. Well, let's get back. Oop, something was moving there. I don't know, some animal, something small. It's found a good place to live. This area is part of the Lost Coast of Oregon. The Lost Coast is where the Highway 101 veers inland away from the coast. So a lot of people bypass this area and don't quite make it here. Be a lot of fun to build these steps, huh? Now we're hitting some daylight. What do you think? I think we should go further. Look at all the nice vegetation here in the northwest. We're in the marine west coast climate with a maritime temperate rainforest. We forget about rainforests, that we usually think of the rainforest as something in the tropics, tropical rainforests. But we have temperate rainforests as well, and this is one of them. A lot of rain, a lot of water, pretty amazing place. Oh, there I am. And it's quite different than the Midwest, quite different than Indiana, that's for sure. And here it is August. It's about 60 degrees here right now. So the ocean does have a big impact on climate, as we'll see in this class. Let's keep going down to the beach here and see what we could find. Wow, pretty incredible. Pretty incredible location here. Places are just amazing like this to find. Sometimes you have them all to yourself, but sometimes there's seagulls. Let me get down to the water here in a bit. Well, that's sort of crazy, but I'm sure all you civils know what that's for. Drainage off the road up above, keep the road from being undermined from all the water we get here. There is a lot of water. This is part of the earth where we don't have to worry about drought too much or forest fires if we're on the coast. Inland is another story. It dries out pretty quickly and forest fires are a problem. You know, what we're looking at here are debris fields from volcanic eruptions. We're looking at a lot of metamorphic rock. We're looking at the remnants of huge volcanic explosions in the American West, as far away as Yellowstone, 800 miles away. And these are the remnants of them. Now the seagulls are having a feast here. I'm not sure what they're eating. Let's go see what they're eating this morning. Probably crab. They make me hungry eating all this crab. Yeah, definitely Dungeness crab was breakfast over here. That might be dinner tonight too. You know, Lewis and Clark came out this way. They didn't make it quite this far south. They stopped about 20 miles north of here. And they complained about the food choices they had. They didn't really like salmon. They thought it was a really foul fish to eat. And they found the seagulls had hardly any meat on eating them. And they ended up eating other things that they would catch. But they didn't quite get this far south. They weren't the first Americans out here, though. A lot of people think they were the first Americans in this part of the country. Captain Gray was here earlier. We'll talk about him a little bit in a minute too. Now I'm back again. So if you're going to take geography, you have to think about your own backyard a little bit first, about the places you know best, and how you would describe them to somebody. How are you going to describe your hometown? How are you going to get a job in another part of the world and someone asks you what it's like where you're from? You're going to describe the people? Are you going to describe the land? You're going to describe the economy? You're going to say it's boring. He's going to say it's a great place. You're going to say it's a coastal area with lots of seagulls. To say that it's a place you're glad to be away from. So let's see what else we can find here. The seagulls are glad I've gotten away from their breakfast. They're coming back now to the Dungeness crab. That's a favorite. The seagulls, the western gray gull that you see here, you know, the females are more solid colored bodies and the males have the white heads. That's a big difference here in these. They live and breed on these rocks out in the ocean, and any island rocks off the coast here are inaccessible. They're wildlife sanctuaries and people cannot go onto them. So that's one way to preserve a place pretty much inaccessible as it is right now, but they're wildlife refuges. Let's see what else we find around here. Since it's low tide, I'm able to get pretty close out here. Obviously the water comes up higher when we look at the rock here, and at high tide this would all be submerged, and what we see on the rock are barnacles and mussels. Let's get in a little closer, you can look at them. You know, you can see the mussels, you can see the barnacles, you can see the water that's going to soak me here pretty soon too. Oh, a little bit too close.